Okay, guys, who had this land first? But does it solve the problem if we know who had this land first? I'm sure every one of you already know what I'm talking about. And, the war between Israel and Palestine. And one of the most important questions to ask right now is, who had this land first? Is it the Jews or the Palestinians? Stay tuned. You might be surprised. It's your friend Hamlet. Thank you for watching, and I encourage you to subscribe to this channel. Okay. So, who had this land first? Does it solve the dilemma, like we already said? There's a bunch of information out there and false information in the air. So today we are going to focus on the only one question. I think is one of the most important questions to ask. Who had this land first? If we want to answer this question, guys, like who had this question, this land first, then we meet with many difficulties. Because if we go back only to, the 19th century or the early 20th century, the Arabs or the Palestinians were first there, okay? But does that mean the land belonged to them? No, not so fast. Because if we go back like thousands of years further, we will find out that this land was inhabited by the Canaanites. So the Canaanites at this time, we will agree that they are the owner of this land, or they are the possessor of this land. But right after, we have the Philistines that came and beat the Canaanites and took over the land. So from that logic, you can say now the Philistine became, the new owner of this land. But right after the Philistines, there's a major event that happened. A man named Eber. So Eber means people from across, people from the other side. And the descendants of this man came into the land of Canaanites. So all that I'm saying right now is just history. That this is exactly what the historian believe. So when the descendants of Heber came in the Canaanites land, or we can call it Canaan, they find these people here. They find the Philistines, they find the Canaanites. And actually, the biblical account, we are now in Genesis 12, give us a very good account of that. There was a man really famous between the descendants of Eber. His name was Abraham. So when Abraham came, there's an important event that I said that happened here. In Genesis 12, verse 7, the Creator, God, appeared to Abraham as to do remarkable promises. He said, to your descendants, I will give this land. Now, this is a very, very important observation to make, because we are dealing now with two concepts. The concepts of possession and the concept of ownership. Possession can be defined as the physical control of any object. Ownership includes possession because when you own something, you have the absolute right or the absolute authority over the property. So ownership is always guaranteed by the law, but possession is more often the physical control of a property. Now, if you understand that, you will agree that both the Canaanites and the Philistines, they only possessed the land, because possession did not mean the right to ownership. So true that the Philistines came and took over the land from the Canaanites. But here, in Genesis 12, we have the supreme God, the creator of heaven and earth, that gave this land to the descendants of Abraham. Deal close, right? You can have a higher authority than God. So God gave it to you. So this event was superior to the British Empire event, you remember, in the early of the 20th century. So if God gave this land to the descendants of Abraham, but Abraham itself has 8 sons. The 2 most famous of them was Isaac and Ishmael. So out of these 8 sons, only Isaac was the one God has promised, his descendants the land. So since God's promise was for the descendants of Abraham, now is the land for all the descendants of Abraham? No. It's still not that simple, my friend. Isaac is the father of Jacob, who was named Israel. This Jacob, or Israel, had also 12 sons, or you can call them 12 tribes. Judah was one of them. So the Jews are mainly the descendants of Judah. Abraham's 2 famous sons, Isaac and Ishmael, are still famous today. How? Well, the Jews are the descendants of Isaac, and the Arabs are the descendants of Ishmael. So now, who has the right to the land of Palestine? God's promise to Abraham was repeated to Isaac, then to Jacob, or Israel. Jacob means Israel. Is another name for Israel. So with that in mind, if God's promise was repeated to Isaac, it was repeated to the descendants of Isaac, it was repeated in particular and precisely to Jacob of Israel, and then it was repeated to one particular tribe, descendants of Israel, which is Judah. So Judah basically is the ancestor, or the Jews are the descendants of Judah. So it becomes clear now that the land is owned by the Jews.